welcome to Wednesday night's episode of the Blitz Pickup. Your girl is back. I was kind of back on Monday, but we'll let that slide. I'm fully back tonight. Missed my chat, by the way, my chat, even though I was not here, still my chat. We got some off-season approaches to talk about tonight. What can we do to get us back in that salary cap? We're also going to talk about the 2026 Hall of Fame finalists and who we think may or may not make it. And Bill Belichick got snubbed, or did he not? So nothing else from me right now. Tony, Lou, come on up.
Jess, what's good, Jess? He back to Lou now. Lou, what's good?
What's up?
You gotta check his name tag so you know how to address him properly.
hey, listen, man. Salute to both of y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. And I'm always Lou, Tone. I just, sometimes I gotta troll, some people. But that's it.
Oh, that's what you call it, trolling. You sound dead serious to me. I'm be real with you. Yeah, you had me fooled. Hey, listen. Sometimes you got to call someone trash. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, shit.
Trash. You can't say call them out. They got to be trash. Like that's. Trash. I get it.
Well, I'm just saying that's a form of calling them out. Is just call them trash from day one.
Hey, listen, man. That's a motivation tactic for you.
Jess, Tone, that's like when Brian Flores was texting Tua the night before the game saying, bitch ass, don't mess this up. You know what I'm saying? Me and Brian Flores kind of think the same, Tone. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all cut from the same cloth.
You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right. Hey, what he said? Yeah, don't mess this up. We all rooting for you. Yeah, all right. Hey, listen, man. It is what it is, man. How was y'all day, man? Everything good? Hey, hold on. What's the weather like, Lou? Where you at? We know, Jess, it's probably freezing up there. But what's the weather like? Y'all see, I got on a hoodie today. What's it like up there with you, Lou?
Well, when I woke up this morning, it was 33 degrees it said it felt like 27. And currently right now we're at 41 degrees currently right now. So
41.
Yeah. Dog, it was cold. Dog, it was cold this morning. And Jess, I know, listen, you probably gonna think me and Tone are a little soft out here, but damn it, it's cold. For us Florida boys, this is cold.
That's a fact. And it wasn't even that cold where I'm at. It was like 40, something like 42 or something like that when I woke up, 43, somewhere around there. And right now we at 56. So you know what I'm saying? That's cold for me. I'm just
last time I checked, it was like 11 degrees here. So
yeah, no.
You can have that. OG Coach Mo say -1 currently in Ohio. Feels like -9. Nah, bro.
Nah, I ain't built for that.
Hey,
never mind. You can have that too.
Shout out! I see y'all in the chat. Hold on, I gotta see. He say don't poke too soon. Damn it, don't poke too soon. Shout out to you, Cap for Life. I see you. Game Boy 305. Only know one person. I get it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Hey, Lou, you see what he said, man?
Right. Said WWE's not fake, man.
Yeah, like y'all know, man. Like for real. If y'all know, y'all was in them spaces today. It got a little personal in there. You know what I'm saying? Anyone that thought it was fake, it got personal.
Hey, man, grown men were ready to fight over wrestling, boy. Them boys were out there. They were, hey, Tone, I thought they were going to start dropping addresses for a minute.
Hey, they were dropping that longitude, latitude. I'm telling you, that Latin long. Hey, man, listen, I grew up on wrestling. I know y'all watch it because it's for y'all children. Now I grew up on it. So yeah, there would be no wrestling. It got so far that they started to disrespect Marvel. I was like, yeah, hold on.
That's crazy.
Nah, listen. Wrestling, I might let you slide, but when you start disrespecting Marvel, then I might have to drop my Latin long on that one.
Real.
But anyways, man, what's good, man? Y'all ready for the show? Jess, you ready? Just hitting the DM boys up right now.
Look, yeah. Jazz being them
I'm
DMs
just saying
early,
hi
man.
to the comments, to the people in the chat, because I've been missing for some time, and that's my chat, and they missed me. I'm just saying they might have got a little tired of y'all too.
Hey, Tone, you know what's crazy? She say she addressing the chat. She could address the chat in the chat. She on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm addressing the chat in the chat.
Yeah, okay. All right, you ready for the first question?
I guess so. All right, so let's do it. Right? Let's see. Okay. We moving along.
Damn,
I miss being able to hit that button. I'm just saying.
It's real to me, damn it. Throw Ric Flair. Okay.
So off-season approach. We have some guys who have some contracts that need to be kind of situated and formulated, right? Who you want to cut? Is there anybody you want to cut? Or is this like a I want to run this back kind of thing? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Don't get all offended. I was just asking. If there's anybody you want to cut, who do you want to cut? Contract wise, who do you want to give a good contract to? Because we need to be under salary cap. So somebody's gonna have to go. And who's gonna go?
Well, I'm if you don't mind, Jess and Tong, I'm gonna take this one first.
Go ahead.
Your thing, my boy.
Because Jess, I want to see if my good brother 7-toe Tone is gonna grow 3 toes and be 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? I need all 10 on this one. I don't need 7. I need 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jess, during the trade deadline, right, there were some names that your boy brought up, right? And Tone and the Minions were out in full force. And all they told me, Jess, was, they're untouchable. You can't trade them. We can't live without them. That's what they said. That's what they sounded like, Jess. So now, guess what happened? New general manager, new head coach, new regime. Change is coming, Jess. I don't know if you heard, but change is coming. You know what that tells me, Jess? That nobody on this roster is safe. Nobody on this roster is safe. You know why? Because it's a new regime. And these new guys don't hold what's the word I'm looking for? No, they don't know these guys.
Yeah.
They ain't got no ties to Devon A-Chain. They ain't got no ties to Jalen Waddle. They ain't got no ties to nobody on this roster. So, again, now Tone was a big proponent of you let the general manager come in here and pick his staff and pick his head coach and this, that, and third. So, again, Jess, I'm going to be I cannot wait for my brother's answer on this one. I'm going to go right to Tone. Tone, if Sully and Jeff Halfley say, hey, A-Chain, see you later, dog. It's been fun. I've liked you for the month we talked, but you out of here. And Jalen Waddle and everybody else, right? And I'll give my thoughts later of who I want to cut and sign and bring back. But Tone, hey, is it up to the general manager? Now, hey, Tone, I need 10, dog. I need all 10.
Hey, first of all, Jess, I'm just saying, on your first day back, host, you gonna let him take over your job? That's crazy. He called you family last time, and he posing a question. Like, I thought Jess was supposed to be doing a transition. Now you.
Hey, Jess, you see the deflection already? There's Jess. I told everybody the man got 7. He ain't got 10, man. He got 7, dog.
See what had happened was, I did say that for the last GM, but this GM, bro, you got to come in. We don't know you like that, my brother. We don't know you like that. But
look at him backtracking, Jess. Look at him.
Oh, listen, talking about GMs and no. Don't be real with you. I know you thought I was gonna backtrack, but no, if Sully don't like these people, I have to keep the same energy. Yes, it's up to him to keep or get rid of whoever he wants. Like, I already came in with the mindset that if the new GM, if his model and his idea for the type of team that he wants doesn't fit the model of the players that we have on our roster, i.e. Waddle, Tyreek, Achane, they're of the smaller type of build. And we know Green Bay, Sully, and everyone over there in that franchise. I asked this question. I don't know if I did on the show, but I know I did in the Spaces a couple of times. I was saying, can y'all tell me a small running back that Green Bay had? Hey, we was going back to all of the running backs, back to Dorsey Levens and Amon Green and all those boys. Even way back then, they typically don't get small backs. Even now, their backs right now is Josh Jacobs and Chris Brooks.
Big guys. Yep.
Big backs. So I have to keep the same energy, right? And I don't know if you want me to give my full breakdown of who I think, or you just want to see if I was gonna grow my 3 toes. Yeah, but I grew all 3 of my toes back. I'm 10 toes down. It's up to the gym. No one is safe. I'm sorry, there's no more untouchables, man. It's unfortunately, I would love to keep HN around. I would love to keep Waddle around. Aaron Brewer. I'm just thinking of the people that's in the smaller build that might not fit the type of scheme and the philosophy that this new regime will be looking for. So I would love to keep those type of guys around, but if Sully don't deem you as his type of guys, then I'm sorry. All bets are off. He has to have full reign to do whatever he wants if we want him to build this and be successful. At least put him in the best position to be successful. So yeah, Lou, I'm growing my 3 toes, and I'm standing 10 toes on my initial take when it comes to GMs. They should have full autonomy to do what they want with this roster.
Well, I'm glad you brought. I'm glad, again. I don't want to say you grew all 3. You might have grew maybe 1.5. Maybe I'll give you 2. I'll give you 9. But you still be, you know what I'm saying? But no, Tone, because I'm with you. I do agree. At this point, what we haven't liked about this team, a lot of those aspects are gone, and we got to realize that some of these players that we've been accustomed to seeing on the football field the past couple years, they might not be here. Again, I said might. They might not. I'll start, Tone, with the guys I want to kind of, I would say, build around, and I'm going to go with Sully, some of the names he mentioned, because I agree with him in this part. He mentioned Aaron Brewer as being a key piece. Now, Aaron Brewer's under contract, but there's no more guaranteed money. So he's probably, after grading out, giving us 2 good years and being, top 3, let's say, centers in this league.
Yes.
I think he deserves.
This year he was rated number 1. He was rated number 2 behind Creed Humphreys in Kansas City.
In Kansas City, absolutely. So I think he's earned a pay raise. Now, again, to your point, and I think it was a very good one, we don't know if Aaron Brewer fits the scheme, but it does seem like they're going to have some kind of variation of wanting their linemen to get upfield, get to the second level in a West Coast scheme. I think Aaron Brewer fits the bill. That's a guy I'm looking to keep around, extend them, do whatever you got to do, make that work. Jordan Brooks, another guy. I know he's getting up there in age. I think he's turning 29, maybe 30, something like that. But I'm bringing him back as well, Tone. The big one is Achane.
Yes.
Do I want to bring him back, Tone? Yes, I do. Listen, I've talked, trash about Achane. Well, not trash about him. In the conversations of trading them, right, Tone, it was about who on the roster can get you the most capital. I believe in Achane's ability. I think he's one of those guys. I do want to bring him back. To your point, though, and I want people to understand, when we say smaller backs, I'm not talking about size, because I've seen Cat for Life in the chat, Tone, and he was talking about, well, Aaron Jones was a little bit small. Yeah, in like height or in height. Bro, Aaron Jones, he was 210. Like Josh Jacobs is not the tallest guy, but he's, I think, 220. You see what I'm saying? Like these guys, the A.J. Dillons of the world, those guys were 230 plus. Like Green Bay has always had big backs. So again, would I like to bring back Achane? I would. I just don't know, what that future holds.
Mm-hmm.
Minkah Fitzpatrick, I'm gonna be honest. He's under contract. If he wants to play with no guaranteed money and let's bet on himself, this, that, and the third, I think I'm cool with that. I think I'm ready to move off of Minkah.
Yeah, because he do like 18.3 million.
Yeah. So again, I'm maybe looking to see if there's any interest in maybe trading Minkah. I think I'm gonna let him walk. Obviously, you got two guys on the right side of the screen, Tone, Tua and Tyreek. I think both of those gentlemen are done. I think they're gone. I don't know how they get, they'll figure out a way to get off of Tua's contract. And I just think they'll just outright release Tyreek Hill. But yeah, that's my thoughts on at least the guys that we have up here. Aaron Brewer is a guy I'm looking to bring back. Jordan Brooks, obviously. But Minkah can go. Devon Achane, again, for me, I want to bring him back. I just don't know what happens. Another Tone, real quick, Jess. Jalen Waddle. I know he's under contract, but is there a possibility that he might be traded, or do I think teams will call for Jalen Waddle, Tone? Jess, I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Sully and Jeff Hafley make that move, but that's another guy. I would say, at least for this season, I would keep Jalen Waddle unless someone blows me away with an offer. If it like a first and a third or something like that comes, obviously, I think I would make that move. I would get Waddle up out of here too. But yeah, that's who I'm trying to keep, and that's who I'm basically letting go.
So for me, we're almost on the same page. So when it comes to, the approach, the first approach is like, I think you started off the correct way, is we need to see what people we think will fit the mindset and the mold based on what John Eric Sullivan said, also Sully, especially Sully of late. He's been doing a lot of interviews and he's been making a concerted effort to let people know. And I think this is intentionally what type of players he wants, what type of mindset, and he was even asked, what is it, Schrager, whatever his name is, what is a Sully, not Sully, I'm sorry, a Hafley type of player. And he emphasized, when you put on a film, how are they playing? And more importantly than that, in the fourth quarter, are they straining on and off the field? Are they giving maximum effort? Basically speaking of mental toughness. So we need to try to figure out what players fit that mold. Now, I think me and you can agree the Minkah Fitzpatrick of the world fit that mold. Jordan Brooks fit that mold. Aaron Brewer, he fits that mold. And it's funny for Aaron Brewer to me because I don't think he fits the build, but the mindset, I think he fits in just fine. Right? So for that, they may give him an opportunity to see what they could get out of him. It's just based on what they're going to do with that contract. So I think that's a little shaky for me, but they did mention his name. Now, when it comes to, let me bring up some people first who I think that I wanted you to bring up. Think about this. You didn't bring up Bradley Chubb. You understand?
That's another one. I again, real quick, Tara. I would, if he's willing to restructure, I bring him back because we have nothing else behind him. I mean, do we believe in Chop Robinson? And I know you could probably bring someone in. Now, again, if you're going to bring someone in, that's a different story. But as of now, behind Chop, we have virtually nothing. So again, I'm not bringing him back at the 20+ million I think he's making. But if he's ready, if he's willing to, let's say, tear that contract up and take a way cheaper deal, I'd be willing to bring Bradley Chubb back.
Yeah. What's the dude that got injured? Muhammad Kamara?
No, he's not on the roster no more.
He's not on the roster? Okay, so I was trying to figure out. Because guess what? You said Chop Robinson. That's why I brought up Bradley Chubb. I'm quite sure we both I think we can agree. Chop Robinson, he seemed like he don't fit the mold of the type of player that they're looking for.
Not at all.
and he's still on his rookie contract. Maybe they try to trade him and get some assets for him, but I don't think he fits that mold. Now, you know who I think do? Jordan Phillips, Zeke Biggins, they might fit the mold, but I don't know if he's the type player, but I think they fit the mold. Kenneth Grant, he said the right things, but I don't know, because he said he wants versatile players. So these are the things that I'm thinking about when I'm trying to figure out what type of decision are they going to be able to make. It's another interesting one, because I've listened to Joe Rose, and he said he thinks that Sully is going to love Zach Sealer. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not 100% sure that he fits that mold. Like, he might have the mindset because he's a lunch pail type guy, do everything the right way. I think, let me see. He might fit because he's good against the rush and he's good at pass rushing, but he had 2 good seasons pass rushing, but we don't know, because this season right now it was, he had a down season, and we don't know if he was like what you call a merchant of Christian Wilkins and Calais Campbell. So we don't know if he was the beneficiary from those two. So I think he'll be an interesting case. It was one more that I was thinking, and Waddle. Those are the ones that I wanted to get through because of their contract situations. These are the guys that are already under contract that you have to make a decision of whether you're going to keep and probably restructure, or when it comes to Chubb, maybe they cut and then re-sign. We don't know. Because eventually, I think he restructured his contract like 2 or 3 times already. So eventually, it's going to bite you, and all that money going to hit. There's only so much you could do. So I think that one, Chubb will be very, very, most likely they're going to cut him and then bring him back. If you take a pay cut.
Yeah, you just cut him and try to bring him back on a cheaper deal. If not, he can walk too.
Now, Achane. See, I think that's going to be the biggest decision that they have to make, because with Achane, he's on a rookie contract. If you extended him, they basically forced with having to make a decision on whether they want to make him a franchise guy or not already. Because he already voiced, even though they won the GM, they won in the building, but he already voiced that he don't plan on that last year of his contract.
And remember, Tone, when he did that podcast with Amon-Ra St. Brown and his brother, it didn't sound like Achane was looking for a cheap deal neither.
No. Remember, he was saying, he was like, yeah, I want, because remember, he said he wanted Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs to set the market.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, no, don't forget, they first rounder, my brother. They got a 5th-year option.
They get the 5th-year option.
Oh, yeah. So, so you already hit it right on the nose. He's looking to reset the market.
That's a fact.
He basically threw all the hints out. So I don't think his agent, nor will he, change their mindset because we have a new regime. And remember, before they came in, he was already led to believe that he was straight.
That he was safe. Right.
He was assured that you're not going nowhere. He said that on that. Remember, he was like, but my boy Waddle, he was almost gone. So I'm not sure. Now, it's going to be another interesting thing. Who was the people that was willing to trade Waddle? Was it the Brandon Sherwood, Garfinkles, and Stephen Ross? Were they on board with that? Mm-hmm. Or was it only Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer?
Mm-hmm.
Because if Brandon Sherwood had something to do with that, or he was on board, then believe me, he's gonna start they're gonna be taking them phone calls anyways. And if he was one of the ones that was willing to move off Waddle, and Waddle is not Sully or a Hafley guy, he might be out for real. Because I don't know how they feel about short, speedy receivers. Remember, Lou, you point this out because I think that was earlier in the space a couple of days ago, because I heard that's when I couldn't talk that much. But I heard a couple of people saying, oh, yeah, it was Waddle, Achane, Brewer, and I forgot the other dude he said, and Jordan Brooks. And you point out, no. He did not bring up Waddle.
Not at all.
That was Travis Wheatfield brought up Waddle. And then he was like, oh, yeah, of course, Waddle. And then he proceeded to start with Waddle so he don't forget him again. So we don't know how they're looking. I mean, what their mindset on these guys. So I think those are going to be some interesting decisions. Now, let's keep in mind, outside of Mika Fitzpatrick, they need a whole new secondary.
Mm-hmm.
We need 30 players on this roster, 30 of them. So they have to start making decisions, because before we brought in a GM and a head coach, I was saying they got the Dante Trader Jr.'s of the world. They have what's the cornerback that we brought in, Jason Marshall Jr., but these aren't their guys.
And remember, they also traded, or they picked them up from a practice squad, or I don't know where they got him from. But remember, Juju Brents.
Juju Brent, he got injured again, so I don't think they would bring him back in, because that was his biggest.
Well, he's already under contract though. He's still they don't got to bring him in. He's under contract now. To your point, do they keep him or not? That's one thing. Yeah, but he is on the roster.
So I think, man, it's going to be a tough. Man, it's a tough situation that they're in, because we need two cornerbacks. They got to figure out if they're going to bring Rasheed Douglas, back, or Jack Jones. And both of them had pretty good seasons. I think they're not going to. I think they had a good enough season to where they could probably get more than the vet minimum that I think is going to be required for them to stay here. Especially Rasheed Douglas. He was playing lights out the whole season. So it's interesting to see how they approach these type of things.
Well, I think the only thing with Rasul, real quick, Tom, just because you brought up Rasul, I think he has a chance to come back, though, because maybe not so much Jeff Hafley, but Sully definitely knows Rasul Douglas from his time. Remember, Rasul being in Green Bay.
But Hafley coached him before. Hafley coached him.
In Green Bay as well?
No. It wasn't in Green Bay. It might have been. But I know when I was looking up the research on Hafley, he coached him before.
Okay, so listen, obviously Jeff Hafley, then to your point, has a relationship with him. And Rasul Douglas being from Green Bay, and Sully definitely know that. Again, now, does Rasul want to come back to Miami, number one, and let's say what Miami's offering him, if he can go get more, I don't know. But I think, for me, Rasul Douglas is a guy that I think, with the film, him being familiar, being in Miami at least last year, and then familiar with some of the guys that we brought in, I think there's a possibility he does come back, though.
But can they afford? Is it going to be on a team-friendly deal? These are the questions.
Well, it has to be. What is he going to be, 32, 33 years old? I don't think Rasul's in the market of breaking the bank, man.
Yeah. And for the record, I remember you asked, Jordan Brooks is 28. He'll be 29 in October. So the season he's going to be during the season, yes. So I think he's due, and that's another decision that guy's going to make. This is going to be his last big payday. He's not getting another one. So, these are the things that we have to keep in mind, and we have to take in consideration when we're thinking about how they should approach this offseason. I think they should clean up, and you and the Nils of the world, Steve's, y'all was, bringing it to our attention how much space they can create just based on contract reconstruction and or cutting people. So I think that's going to be I think the first step they're going to do is figure out how they're going to get this salary cap in a way, in a position to where they could start bringing people in. So I think that's the first step. Now, the big thing, this going to be more in the offseason, is Tua. That's the big decision. How they're going to approach that? Are they going to just take that 99 this year, which I don't think they're in position. If you look at it for that amount of people that they have to bring in, they're not in position to just take the whole 99.3, I think it is. So they might be forced to post-June them. But do you think it's a foregone conclusion that Tyreek is gone? Now, I know they got to cut him because the contract. They're not taking that 57.
Yeah, that $51 million against the cap this season.
Yeah.
So, no, they're going to cut him. I don't know if Tyreek comes back.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. I think Tyreek, again, Kansas City's a possibility. I know people ain't going to want to hear it. I think a strong possibility for Tyreek is the Chargers.
I saw some Chargers fan posting that on the timeline today.
Tone, forget about what Charger fans are saying. I seen Tyreek Hill when Mike McDaniel got hired officially with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill's the one that tweeted and said, "Very interesting, Mike with the Chargers," or whatever. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, Tone.
Yeah.
And
he did
again,
say that.
I don't know if the Chargers would be bringing it in. I'm just giving possibilities. But no, to answer your question, Tone, not to be long-winded, I don't think Tyreek Hill is coming back to Miami. I don't believe. I think they cut him, and they just basically, it's a parting of the ways. Thank you for your 3 years, 4 years, or whatever. But it's over for him in Miami, at least for me, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I think the two biggest things, I think, outside of Tua, we need to see what they're going to do with edge, and we're going to see what they do with the cornerbacks. Because as we speak right now, those are the two biggest needs. Edge and cornerback. So let's see. Agree. And then we'll see how we think they approach, obviously, later on in the year when we get fully invested in the off-season programs. We're going to see if we think that they should, how they should approach it in the draft. But with
Tua, real quick though, Tone. Again, I know you don't want them on the team, but do you think, again, if Miami is not willing to eat all the money realistically, again, I know they can do it, but to your point, and you've been on this from day one, the real out without a lot of ramifications isn't next year in 27.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they keep him on the roster, bro? Even if they don't play him, but do you think there's a possibility he's just here?
My honest opinion is I think if they do that, it's solely because they're trying to find trade partners. That helps them out tremendously when it comes to the cap. Like, it's night and day. If you can find someone to take on that cap, it's literally night and day. So that might be the only reason for them to keep him on the roster, to see if they can find a trade partner, because you do have the people like, I was thinking, right, Kansas City, because Patrick Mahomes is not going to be there early. And then what messed me up, or really, let me say not messed me up, what discouraged me a little bit was the fact that it came out today that Gardner Minshew, indeed, he did not tear his ACL. So they got good news on that front. Because I think people forgot Patrick Mahomes and their backup was going to be gone this season. So that would have been a possibility. Like, man, we just need a quarterback to keep us afloat until Patrick Mahomes get back.
Yeah.
And if you could have Dolphins take on a majority of the contract, get Tua for cheap, I think Andy Reid is that creative when it comes to play calling that he can do with Tua what Mike McDaniel did. Now, notice I said it till Patrick Mahomes come back, because he knows I have a limited amount of time with him, because when that cold weather come around, Pat, I'm gonna need you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that situation would have been interesting.
I'm glad Coach Mo is in the chat, and salute Coach Mo. I believe that's the Coach Mo we talked to on the Twitter Spaces. So shout out to Coach Mo.
That's a good team that he brought up. But
Tone, you know what's crazy? Today on Twitter, I seen a beat reporter from the Rams, and so it was sent to me, right? So doing a little research, because I didn't know if the guy was credible or not, or this, that, and the third. Now the guy had like 30-some thousand or followers on Twitter. Yeah. So I'm imagining he's some kind of credible, I would imagine.
Yeah.
He put out a tweet, and again, he's a beat reporter for the Rams. And let me see if I can find it. I'll send it to you, Tom. I should have just sent it to you when I seen it. I'll send it to you anyway. It was sent to me. But Tone, the tweet goes, hearing the Rams would be interested in a possible trade for Tua as long as the Dolphins were willing to eat the majority of that contract. I'll ask you, Tone, do you think just to get Tua off the team and stuff, would you be willing to do that? I know it's not our money eventually, but do you think
that would be a no-brainer for me?
Bet. All right.
And Sean McVay, he loves Mike McDaniel, and they came from the same system. Tua's best seasons came into the system. Makes more sense for Tua. Now it's interesting that they said that because are they under the pressure that this is Matt Stafford last year? Because I think for him, he could use him as a bridge quarterback. I think so. But this is not a good quarterback class. So for Sean McVay, he's seen the good of Tua, and he might feel like he has a run game that can offset some of Tua's limitations. Now, I'm saying that from a hopeful fan that wants to get Tua out the building. So I'm saying, looking at the bright side of this trade scenario. But honestly, I don't know if Sean McVay wants to do that. I mean, but who knows? Look what he did with Baker Mayfield. He bought Baker Mayfield in 3 days, and Baker Mayfield had the game of his life. So, that's a possibility. Someone brought up an interesting one that I was going to bring up too. I wanted to see, the realest Miami Dolphin fan. Look, Minnesota, JJ McCarthy just can't get right. They play in a dome.
Yeah.
Just can't get right. I mean, if anyone that's willing to take on the tour just as a bridge quarterback, because it's going to be for cheap labor.
Yeah, but Brian Flores is in Minnesota though.
Hey man, don't mess this up. Man, I'm talking from my standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, don't mess this up, my brother. This your second chance.
I don't think Minnesota though. I don't think so.
No, I'm talking about just strictly from the standpoint of the weather, JJ McCarthy, and teams that would just take them on for cheap labor. Now, it was one more team that I was going to bring up that was in a transition phase. Now I forgot. It'll come back to me. But yeah, so I think those are the people or the players that we have to think hard and tough on to see. Like, I think they need to address these as soon as possible. We don't have enough time to be waiting because we're already behind the 8 ball, being how late it wasn't that late, but we brought in a coach during the offseason and a GM too, and they're both first timers. So I don't know. They still have to get a staff together. I don't even know if they have their scouts in place. All these things we need to think about because it's already, listen, the Senior Bowl is this week, if I'm not mistaken. It's Friday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They gotta get the ball rolling. So do we still have, which I'm not in a rush to get one, but we don't even have a DC in the building, right?
Well, again, Tom, for me, I mean, we do got our DC. It's Jeff Hafley. I know he's the head coach, but when I heard him say
position, like just for name.
No, just for name, no. Anthony Weaver.
That is we didn't even talk about Anthony Weaver.
No.
Do you see any chance that he even come back?
No, I don't think Anthony Weaver. No, I don't think he comes back.
Right. Look how they handle things. Like, he didn't even get an interview. You bring in a defensive guy. Hold on. It was some interesting things about Weaver. I think one of them we've worked with Weaver before though.
Yeah, but again, I think Coach Hafley kind of shut that down again when he said he was going to call plays.
Call the plays, yeah.
Do you think Tone Anthony Weaver would just be here as you're the DC, but Anthony Weaver don't strike me as the man that he's just going to sit on the sideline and do nothing. Like, he wants to call his plays. He wants to be the one, kind of designing this defense. And I don't think this is going to be Jeff Hafley's baby. It's his defense. He's calling it. I don't think Anthony Weaver sticks around just to be a placeholder and never like respect or whatever. Like, he's not going to just stand there with a clipboard doing nothing.
And I believe he basically told you what that GM was going to be doing. I mean, that defensive coordinator is going to be doing. He was like, you're going to be the defensive coordinator just so I can be a head coach in the offseason.
Right.
That's all he said. In the offseason, I need to be a head coach in the offseason. But when the season starts, yeah, I'm taking over the play calling and doing all that things, those type things. So you're really here so I can take care of my head coaching duties
in the offseason.
And he said, especially this season, because it's my first season. So I believe he feels once he get the first season under his belt and he get used to being a head coach and get down his schedule down packed and how he wants things to be ran, and it's basically going to be on autopilot, then he could get back to focusing more on the defense and being a head coach at the same time. So he already let all us know his approach to the DC that he's going to have in-house anyways, and I don't think Anthony Weaver is the type of guy that wants to just sit around and not do nothing. He's just a head coach by name. That's it. I mean, a DC by name. So no, I mean, yeah, but that's the offseason stuff. I covered all the names that we want. They got 30 players that they have to make a decision on, and they have to get that salary cap in check. So let's see, man. Let's see.
Tone, real quick, follow-up question, rapid fire, not long, just real quick. Pending free agents from Green Bay, off the top of the head, real quick, I believe it's the tackle, Rasheed Walker, linebacker, Quay Walker, wide receiver, Romeo Dobbs. That's just off my top of my head real quick. Any of those guys coming to Miami, yes or no?
Linebacker, I think it'd be the only one. The receiver, no, because I think he don't want to get paid.
Okay. And the tackle, the trench guy, you think they're out of that?
I don't know enough about him, and we got our trenches set, so I don't know if they want to invest. Just strictly financially reasons, I don't think they would do that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, right. Okay. Topic 2. Can we hit the little thing up there? Right. All right. 2026 Hall of Fame finalists. Couple names to spew off, right? Frank Gore, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald. Adding on a couple more, obviously, after that. Who do you think is going to make it into the finalists, I should say?
Who you got first?
Well, Lou went last time, so if you want to go this time.
Well, I think so. I put those people on here for a reason: the Drew Brees, the Larry Fitzgerald, the Frank Gore, and the Jason Witten, because they are up for the first time. So out of this one, the one that I think that are the most deserving to be a first timer will probably be Larry and Drew Brees.
Okay.
Possibly, and I'm not 100% convinced on Drew Brees, but I think those two are deserving on making it. Now I got the full list ahead of me, because they got the Luke Kuechly. I don't think if it's on me, Reggie Wayne I think should be in. I'm so sorry, I don't know how he's not in yet. Torrey Holt, he's coming up to let me see, it's his 12th year. Okay. I think he's due to be in. And then everyone else, they got Darren Woodson. I'm not sure. I don't know, because a lot of these names on here, like I think Frank Gore, if he gets in it because of his longevity.
Right.
Like if we're going to be 100, and I know he came from the U, when you hear Frank Gore do Hall of Fame jump out at you? To me, no. Even though he got up there, it's his longevity.
Right.
And I think Deion said it best when he was speaking on the Hall of Fame. He said, when did we turn it into the Hall of Very Good?
Right. Okay.
And what guy are you talking about, Tom?
Frank Gore.
It's tough, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if I'm being 100 about it. Jason Witten, very good. Do he scream Hall of Famer to you, though? Let's be real.
Definitely not first ballot Hall of Fame.
Exactly. That's why I put them on these first ballots. I think the only two out of the first ballot that have an argument that you could say, okay, possibly because who they're going up against. So if you had an opportunity, if you say Reggie Wayne, Torrey Holt, Larry Fitzgerald, do you think Fitzgerald? Do you believe he believe in the category with those two?
Nah, Larry Fitzgerald is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right. So if you look at him, you like, man, you know Larry.
Mm-hmm.
When the Cardinals went on that run, it was Larry was the main. You know, Reggie Wayne always had Marvin Harrison over there with him, even though he was still good and you had Peyton Manning. Mm-hmm. But we know Larry was who made that team run. So
not only that, Tone, but when he came into the league, he was him from day one.
From day one, you know, he was like that. You know, with and without Anquan Bolden. So I'm just saying. So when you think of like you hear Larry Fitzgerald and you hear Drew Brees, and you won't be like, oh, they got in the Hall of Fame, right? Drew Brees. I don't know if people remember. He was the first. He was passing for 45 to 5,000 yards like it was normal when everyone else wasn't doing it. He's the first one that normalized throwing for 45 and above, like it was normal thing to do, and he got that Super Bowl. So I'm not mad if he making first ballot. So those are the only two for me that have the case. I say to be considered first ballots. Like Drew Brees broke all the Dan Marino records.
You just talking about the front, like the four that we have on the screen, or you talking about out of everybody on the list?
Only the first ballots. You right? So these are the only four that could be the first ballot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well then I'm with you. I would say Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald for me. Yeah. And Drew Brees, again, you know, if he didn't make it on the first ballot, I wouldn't be mad at that.
Not mad, right? I get you. So now if you want to go over the whole list, I don't know how many make it. Is it like 8 that make it a year? I'm not sure what that how many actually make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure per year.
So let's just go down the list. We got Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore, Jason Witten. Out of those three, I'll say those four. I'll say Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald deserve to get in.
Well, Larry Fitzgerald for sure.
Okay.
Drew Brees, again, if he gets in, I'm not mad at it. If he don't get in on first ballot, I'm not mad at that neither.
So let's go down the list. Let's see. So I don't know if the minimum, if anyone could give me that'd be good. What's the minimum amount that could get in, or is it a certain amount that have to get in? That'd be nice. But so other names, Luke Kuechly.
He's in for me.
Luke Kuechly is nice. Luke Kuechly is on the borderline for me because I think Luke Kuechly, like he had a 4 or 5 year run that he was like that. And he's a guy that.
Well, to your point, Tone, about what Dion said, it's not about the Hall of Fame, or it's about the Hall of Fame. It's not the Hall of Good. And then you were talking about the longevity of, like, Luke Kuechly didn't have the longevity of a Frank Gore.
But he was like, that's what I'm saying.
Tone, from day one, Luke Kuechly got in there. He was one of them ones.
Yeah, him and Thomas Frazier was a dynamic duo.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Luke Kuechly, that's why I said for me, bro, he's in. I know his career was short, but you go look at that man. I think he had his
second year too, so I'm not mad at it.
I think he won Defensive Player of the Year twice, I believe, right?
Did he?
Yeah. Well, I
there
know
was only 4 Hall of Fame guys this past year, Tony. Cool. Oh, so we talk about folding. It's getting real. Yeah. So we got Larry, we got Luke in. We got Terrell Suggs. This is second year.
No, not for me. No.
Adam Vinatieri. Terrell Suggs is on the cut for me. Adam Vinatieri. This is second year.
He's in.
I'm finna say, shouldn't he have been a first ballot Hall of Famer? I'm sorry.
He's gonna go. He is probably, well, I don't want to say probably. To me, he's the greatest kicker of all time.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we know Adam Vinatieri. Like, he's responsible for the first 3, at least the first 2 of Tom Brady's Super Bowl. Everyone knew who was responsible for them runs. The kicks in the snow, that he was making those kicks that all the rest of the field goal kickers was shaky, you knew Adam Vinatieri was knocking him through. It was without a question. And I understand he's a kicker, but everyone wanted to downplay the kicker until you need a game-winning kick. Or, a game-winning field goal. Now all of a sudden, man, all we actually do is one thing. Yeah, but the whole season you acting like that one thing wasn't important. But you can say him and that defense was the MVP of those first two Super Bowls. We know this. Tom Brady was not like that at the beginning. He was an elite game manager that just didn't mess it up. How he don't make it in first ballot, I'm sorry. So, yeah, Adam Vinatieri is in for me. No, hands down, that should be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I agree. I think Adam Vinatieri is a first, I don't know why he didn't get in the first ballot, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's a Hall of Famer for sure.
Crazy. Now we have, Marshall Yanda, the guard in his second year.
Good trench guy for the Baltimore Ravens, but he's not in right now. No.
Be real, I'm just go to my mindset. If I have to ask who you are, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. He ain't in. He ain't in right now.
Right. No. Jari Evans, another guy, not too familiar with him. Maybe he's old. This is fourth year eligibility, so he's not that old. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Kevin Williams, defensive tackle. Now, when I first saw the name, I was thinking what they talk about the guy from but that's the linebacker Ed. I thought it was the one from Pittsburgh that's already in. So I don't know. It's a no for me.
I'm good.
Reggie Wayne and Torrey Holt. I think these two. We got Willie. This is Reggie Wayne's 7th year eligibility. Torrey Holt 12th year eligibility.
I mean, at this point, bro, listen, if you at 7 and 12 years, you weren't good enough to get in, bro, listen, there's questions if those guys are Hall of Famers anyway. Good, again, very good to very good player, but Hall of Famers are a little bit different. I don't think, for me at least, Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne, especially Torrey Holt, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. But I think Reggie Wayne has, because Reggie Wayne has a case to get in there. Because even though he had Marvin Harrison, he still he had made a name for himself. Now the only, I think the strike against him is he wasn't like that from day one. From day one.
No, he wasn't like that.
He took off really when Marvin Harrison
left. And remember, bro, like I don't know if he played with the Marshall Faulk, but I know he was with Edgerrin James over there too. Like
they were Edgerrin James, not Marshall Faulk.
Yeah. And even when Marvin left, they had Dallas Clark as the tight end. They had the little slot receiver Brandon Stokely was over there making plays. Like, listen, I think Reggie Wayne is a very, very good player. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer for me. So
right now you only taking 3 people in the Hall of Fame?
I got Breeze.
Oh, you put Breeze in. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Breeze in for this scenario. I'm gonna put Breeze, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, and Adam Vinatieri so far. Is there any more on the list?
Yeah, noteworthy. Noteworthy. I'm sorry. No, I don't. Let me go back to the list. Willie Anderson and Darren Woodson. Woodson.
Nah, Darren Woodson, I don't believe. Again, he was part of those Dallas championship teams in the early 90s, but nah, I don't, good player. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, bro, listen, I only got 4, Tom.
So I'm looking, right, because I'm like, let me see if I'm not being too tough on Reggie Wayne. I'm going down the list. He has, I'll say 3, maybe 4 great seasons. And that's his year 4 when he went for 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. That's a great season. Then year 6 when he went for 1,309 touchdowns. The year after, which was his best year in 2007, when he had 1,510 touchdowns. And then 2 more that I'll say was pretty good. And I'm not only going by yardage. I'm going by touchdowns. He had another one when he had 1,210 touchdowns, another one with 1,306 touchdowns, and another one with 1,305 touchdowns. Those are really good seasons, but the inconsistency, because he had 900, 503, 799, 800, 700, like I don't know. So he has a case because he put together some good seasons, but I think, and this is what I'm gonna say, and then maybe we can narrow it down to why we think how we think. Has there ever been 1 year where you would say, all right, we're gonna consider Reggie Wayne. If he's not the best, you have to put him up there and say he was the best wide receiver this year?
Never.
And that's what I'm saying. When you say Randy Moss, yes.
T.O.
Yes.
Yeah, facts.
Dion, yes.
Facts. Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri, yes.
Right.
It was Adam Vinatieri was the best kicker for probably 6, 7, 8, 9 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
The closest one was what the dude, Brandon Jack or whoever that was, that kicked for the Colts, but he was a knucklehead. So nah. So I'm just saying, like, that's why I'm saying, like, we look at Frank Gore and I'm like, let's be real. Like, what season would we say, oh no, Frank Gore top 3?
Yeah.
No, bro. Jason Witten, he best tight end in the game. Like,
Never.
Come on, we can't see that. Now, Breeze has 2 seasons where they were like, Breeze is the hands. Breeze has 1 or 2 MVPs.
I think it's 1 MVP, but didn't he win the MVP of the Super Bowl as well? He got a Super Bowl MVP,
and I think didn't he share one with Brett Favre? Or Aaron
Oh
Rodgers?
yeah, I think it might be. He might have 2.
Yeah. Let me see.
Look, Breeze is a Hall of Famer. Again, I only put him on this ballot, Tone, to be fair, because I only had 3 guys. I to make it 4, I would put him in. Again, I wouldn't be mad though if they made Drew Brees wait a year. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah. All right, so we go. I'm trying to look at I'm trying to see if I could see how many Drew Brees. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah. So those are the for me. So I got. Let me go over my list. I'm sorry. I was trying to put up his stat, but so I'll have Fitzgerald, Breeze, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri. Those are my 4.
Yeah, that's 4. Yeah, that's it.
Those are my 4. I think they should get in. You know what I'm saying? Jess, you got anybody on that list that you feel like you think should go in?
I don't really care, to be honest.
All right, so I'm trying to see what all right, what we got?
Your last topic, right? Mr. Bill Belichick. He wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Did he really get snubbed, or I guess this is just it could be, I guess, your personal opinion, obviously, on this. So I don't know if Lou wants to go first or.
Yeah, I'll go first. Cause I'm trying to be PC, Jess, Tone, cause people tell me all the time that maybe I'm a little too hard on people, and I tell people just virtually how it is, right? And maybe I should be better and try to choose my words. And I'm gonna start that tomorrow, because today I'm gonna call people some goddamn idiots. We live amongst morons, is what we do. You know what's crazy, Jess, Tone? Tone said 32 seconds ago, what qualifies a Hall of Famer? If at any part in time you look at said person and you're like, are they the best at their craft? Or are they one of the best? How many years was Bill Belichick considered the best coach in the league?
At least 8-9 straight.
Like, what are we talking about here? The man has more Super Bowl rings than any coach in history. He also has 2 more rings as the defensive coordinator with the New York Giants. He has 8 Super Bowl rings. Like, if this man is not a first-time Hall of Famer, I don't know what is. And I've heard everybody. Well, it was about the cheating, and it was about this. Let me explain something to people. You think the New England Patriots were the only team cheated?
Nope.
You think the New England Patriots are the only team that does things to maybe, let me toe the line. Maybe there's a gray area. No, they all do it. New England just got caught doing it. Cool. I would love my owner to cheat. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Facts.
I would love my quarterback to cheat. I would love virtually my whole organization to cheat. And this is what's crazy. Do you think Tom Brady or any other player within that time frame in New England knew that maybe New England had a little advantage?
Yes.
Cool. Tone, so if that's yes, do you think when Tom Brady is up for the
Not a
first
question.
time in
Don't
the
even
Hall of Fame?
It's not even a question. He's in there.
So Tom Brady can know about the cheating, but he's going in. But Belichick knew about the cheating. He can't go in? Bro, these people are in their damn feelings because a lot of these voters are either people that maybe coached against Belichick, executives, whoever it is. They just hate him. You know why? Because Belichick was the type of person, he was not the biggest people person. He wasn't chummy with a lot of guys. He wasn't doing podcasts and interviews. And look at him when he got in front of the podium and he was short answered. Maybe he didn't treat everybody the right way. You know what he was? One of the greatest coaches ever. So I could care less if he cheated. I could care less if he wasn't mean to you or he didn't say hi to you or he didn't say bye. I could care less. The man has more wins than anybody else besides Don Shula. He's, 12 games away?
No, I think Don should have Andy Reid at this point. I think Andy Reid jumped him.
Oh, I thought he was still number 2. Either way, again, Tone, I went long. Pause on that. At the end of the day, bro, Belichick is a first-time Hall of Famer. I don't know. I don't even know why we're having this conversation, to be honest with you. There's just haters and idiots walking in this world, and we got to understand that they're amongst us, right? But I don't know how the hell Belichick is not in the Hall of Fame. And I'm good. I'm done. I mean, I don't know. Like, what? Again, am I wrong? I mean,
no,
Jess,
hold on. My bad.
You good, Jess? Do you think he's a Hall of Famer? Okay. Go ahead.
Read out, I was doing some while you was talking. I was doing some research, so I'm just gonna read out a couple accolades from Bill Belichick. I said a couple. 6-time Super Bowl champion, like you said, as the head coach. 2 as the defensive coordinator. 8 of them. AP Coach of the Year. You remember that thing you said? I said 32 seconds. Well, now it's 2 minutes and 32 seconds ago. AP Coach of the Year, meaning best coach of the year, 3 times. 2003, 2007, 2010. So he voted best coach 3 times. Let's skip the SI NFL Coach of the Year because he did that 4 times. Executive of the Year, like a best executive of the year. He got that award. Patriots Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay, in 2003. He won it. This is lifetime. It means he was good for a long time. Let's get some lifetime awards. This say he was the head coach. Now, think about this. The 100th season of the all-time team, which means the best teams in the 100th century. He was the head coach of that team. Of the 100th century. That means everyone came before him. He was voted the head coach of that team. Better than all of them. The one that you say might be better than him, they voted him. Coach of the Year on the all-decade teams in the 2000s and the 2010s. So in the 2000s and the 2010s, that's 20 years. He was the best coach on both of them teams. All the coaches that came through within those 20 years, there was one coach that now Bill Belichick's still the best. It was one more that I wanted to. Most postseason wins with 31. Most Super Bowl appearances with 9.
Crazy.
And you're going to tell me that's not a first-time Hall of Famer? That's 100% personal. 100% personal. And you want to know what I think is funny? Looking up, do you remember what I sent you? I sent you a text.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Fame had to come out and threaten to take people off the committee, the selection committee, because of the integrity of their voters.
Because it makes them look bad. Absolutely.
And you want to know what else? You got Robert Kraft. He came out and made a statement talking about how it had nothing, his personal issues with Bill Belichick had nothing to do with it. Sounds a little guilty to me. Bill Polian went on. You know what? Let me see if I can find what he went on Sirius FM to say, "Oh, I didn't say that." Whatever he said, that he think Bill Belichick should wait because of the cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went to Sirius FM, he read a written statement, which was his.
Mm-hmm.
Why you got to read a written statement? If you adamant about what you said, I don't need to read a statement. I know exactly what I said. I know exactly what I meant. You can ask me this 100 times.
Because he don't mean it.
Bro, I promise you, I don't use. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's ridiculous. I'll play it real quick if I can find it. Hold on. This makes no sense to me. Absolutely no sense, because here we go. Let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear. I'm gonna play it right here, just right here, and let me know if y'all can hear it. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Let me back it up.
It would be very easy for me to say what you've shared with us and to kind of clear the air, but best to just ask you to share the facts of everything that's gone on, in your words, how we got here, and exactly what your vote was about Bill Belichick.
All right, thank you. I wrote this out, so I'm reading from the statement. I voted for Coach Belichick in the Hall of Fame selection meeting. The Pro Football Hall of Fame has confirmed that fact through the auditors of the selection process. Again, I'll state that I never said that I believe that Coach Belichick should, quote, wait a year, close quote, for enshrinement. This has been confirmed by the Pro Football Hall of Fame, numerous selectors who are in the room, and my vote for Coach Belichick. As a Hall of Fame member and selector, I realize the import of what we do. I've always tried, as a selector, to make these difficult choices with the utmost of objectivity. I've said on Sirius XM radio and numerous other media outlets that I believe Coach Belichick to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. My vote confirms that.
It would be very...
Really? Do that sound like a person that meant any of those words? You had a hard time reading your own statement. The Sirius FM and other platforms. What other platforms? Let us know the other time that you reiterated what you were saying. Say what? It's terrible. It's funny. These are the owners and the coaches that had to deal with Bill Belichick and couldn't get no rings when he was coaching. That jealousy and envy. And I know we Dolphin fans and we supposed to hate the Patriots, but I'm a sports lover. I watch football. I don't watch football because I'm a Dolphin fan. I watch the Dolphins because I'm a football fan. There's a very difference. I'm a very big difference. Sorry. That was absolutely ridiculous, bro.
Mm-hmm. Tone, real quick, because I know G came into space earlier, and G had some thoughts of why he believes Belichick didn't make the Hall of Fame, and he's kind of expressing those in the chat right now. And again, I'm not here to say G's wrong. That again, that's his opinion on why. I would say to G, if that is true, Tone, if that is true, again, I think people are missing the mark of what the Hall of Fame is.
Mm-hmm.
The Hall of Fame has nothing to do with character.
Nope.
The Hall of Fame has nothing to do with your outside issues. If you struggle with substance abuse, mental, that's not what the Hall of Fame is. The Hall of Fame is to judge you in your craft. No one could tell me Bill Belichick doing what he was meant to do, be a coach, he wasn't one of the best. So again, I'm not saying G's wrong. All I'm saying is if that's what the voters are thinking, right, and not putting anybody, Belichick or any player or other coach, for anything that they're doing off the field, they're morally wrong, because that's not what the Hall of Fame is all about. Hall of Fame is about what you have done for the sport, what you are in the sport. And I'm sorry, Belichick is one of the greatest this game has ever seen. So I just wanted to say that to G, because again, I'm not saying he's wrong, but that's not what they're voting for. They're not voting for character. They're not voting for off-field issues. It's what, as a coach, were you good? As a player, were you good? That's what it should be about.
Yeah, I think I seen the real Miami Dolphins. The realest Miami Dolphins. I think he said as we were speaking that they were saying that the people that violated will be removed. Oh, here you go, right here. As y'all talking about it, it just came up on the screen that voters that violated bylaws will be removed. Yeah, I saw that. No, at the end of the day, there should be some consequences, because we can't have people getting in their feelings and proving points. That's when people, they get power and they feel like they're untouchable. And I'm gonna teach you a lesson just because I can. No, we need to eliminate that. Because I think somebody said it too. They made T.O. wait. T.O. shouldn't have been wait. He should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't care about his off-season tactics. And it's typically when you have a problem with medias and coach and owners because you called them out on their BS. Now, was he a problem to deal with? Yes, he was. He was. I'm sorry. But between them lines, undeniable. That man played on a broken ankle. What did he broke his ankle? Like a week, 2 weeks before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and he played.
Came and played and had over 150 on that Patriots defense.
You giving him that work too.
With his quarterback thrown up in huddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, people in the chat, well, specifically G, the Hall of Fame is about character too. And what I'm telling you is, again,
Lawrence Taylor in there.
It shouldn't be though. This is what I'm saying. Like,
Michael Irvin's in there.
Thank you, Tom. You know what I'm saying? Ray Lewis is in there. That man had a murder. He had a murder charge. So what we talking about? Again, it's not the Hall of Character. It's the Hall of Fame. So miss me with this character talk, bro. It shouldn't be. I'm not saying no one's wrong, but if that's what they're voting on, they're wrong, because that's not what it's about.
Tony, do you think? I mean, Tony, could it? Well, you mean it? Could it be that the voters are holding the cheating scandal against Bill? If so, they should hold it against 65 to 75% of the coaches that coach, because Jimmy Johnson came on this morning on a Joe Rogan show and said, if y'all think that Bill Belichick is the only one that cheat, then y'all have no idea what the NFL is. He said every single coach, I don't care how good their character are, they either cheated themselves or they had people on their staff that were doing some cheating.
Mm-hmm.
This is a competitive sport, and you're playing at the highest level. You think the players that get caught for PEDs, their teams don't know this? Are y'all that gullible? Let's be real. Where you think they get the plugs from? And how they know how to try to invade the drug testing scandal or the drug testing schedule? Why do you think the NFL had to go to a third party to start drug testing them?
Mm-hmm.
Let's be realistic. We got to be 100 with that. Like, I don't really like when people get into, no, it's not about his cheating. It's about he rubbed people the wrong way. He wasn't the nicest guy. And he won in spite of everyone was praying on his downfall. I'm sorry. This is personal. Don't tell me nothing about, man, get out of here, man. And you want to know what's up? Somebody pointed this out, Lou, and I don't know, like Mike Shanahan. So you know it's the one of the rules of the NFL Hall of Fame, where the Pro Hall of Fame, there's only one coach a year. So when Mike Shanahan comes up again next year, he's not going to get in. Mike Shanahan. Because you got to pick Mike Shanahan or Bill Belichick. Who deserves him over each other? Bill Belichick.
Belichick.
And because y'all got personal agendas, y'all screwing over another coach. And another question is, why isn't Mike Shanahan in already?
I know, that's crazy too. Yep.
You know that Shanahan tree? It's personal agendas and personal feelings for people like us that are the real fans that watch this, and we could push our bias aside and say, hold on, Mike Shanahan is not in? Are we serious? The outrage, there's no Patriot. I ain't hear no Patriot fan, coach, player, or nothing come out in outrage of Bill Belichick. It's his counterparts, his contemporaries. These are the people that coming out. Jimmy Johnson had to coach against him. Joe Rose, he's a Dolphin fan. He said it's disgrace. You know what he said, Lou? What you said. He said, I usually try to keep my language, but we're dealing with a bunch of idiots.
That's a fact.
That's what he said. I saw who it was. It was it was another coach that came out and said, this, I have to be dreaming. This cannot be true. All that is personal. And I just think it's dead wrong because you can't get that back. You can't go back and correct that. Screwing people over. You can't go back and say, well, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make your first ballot. No. See, Devil say he'll get in, but they want the Oscars. Well, everybody need the Oscars by their name. Don't get mad because he was better at doing what everyone else was doing. I wonder if they're gonna put an Oscars by Robert Kraft's name when it's time for him to get in. I wonder. It's to me it's a disgrace. I don't like it. Nah, man. Like this competition, and you work. These people dedicate their lives to this. They sacrifice so much family time, personal time, to be the best at their craft. And you're gonna hate because you're not on that level? That's my take on it. I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't like that. That sucks, bro. It really does. But yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. It's still 27 of y'all in the building. I'm sorry we didn't have enough time to keep telling y'all. If it's your first time over here, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Help grow the channel. Hit and make sure y'all hit that notification. You know, hit that notification so y'all know when we go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At 8-ish. You know, and yeah. So, anything, Lou, Jess, before we get up out of here?
No, I'm good.
A shame. That's a shame what they did to Bill Belichick. But well, Lou, if Justin, y'all ain't got anything, hey, get us up out of here, man. You know what to do, Lou.
Hey, man, this has been the Wednesday episode of the Blitz Pickup. We will be back Friday sometime after 8 o'clock. Again, hey, listen, at this point, it's not even 8-ish. It's more like 8:30-ish. But we see y'all Friday. From my brother Tone, for Jazz, for the producer in the back, you know who I am. We'll have another banger for y'all Friday. Hit the like, share the video, subscribe. Tony said it. Get us to 800. We're going to keep putting in this work. We'll see y'all Friday.
Bang, bang, bang.